Did you know that 90% of the children trafficked in the United States, notice I said children, 90% of the children trafficked in this country were actually born here. Add to that the average age of entry into trafficking, in other words, the average age of when children were first trafficked by their traffickers, is thought to be 12 to 13 years old. And if 12 to 13 years old is the average, that means that so many more children were first trafficked and have been and still are being trafficked at much younger ages. Human trafficking is thought to be a $150 billion industry worldwide, and that's considered to be a huge underestimate of the reality of what's really happening. In fact, all of the stats around human trafficking are thought to be a huge underestimate of the reality and reflect simply a tip of the iceberg of what's really happening, not only in our world, but in our country. And yes, the human trafficking situation in this country is much more than the Epstein situation, which we're hearing about in the news. And yet, this one single situation, the exploitation of so many young girls, has impacted thousands of lives. Join me on my future posts as I explain and explore the realities of human trafficking with you all. It's titled More Than Epstein: The Hidden Realities of Human Trafficking in Your Backyard. I get that we have so many heavy-duty topics coming our way day in and day out. It's exhausting. And it's so easy to say, I just can't take in one more piece of heavy-duty information. However, the more we keep silent about this reality, the more we're actually contributing to this hidden issue in our culture. The more we keep this hidden, the more people and children are being impacted. The more we keep this hidden, the more people and children are vulnerable to this horrendous situation of human trafficking. So again, please join me on my future posts where I examine and explore this very serious situation of human trafficking. We'll be looking at the scope of human trafficking, including the multitude of types of human trafficking that are happening right under our noses. We'll be looking at who's vulnerable to getting trafficked. We'll be looking at strategies that the traffickers use to try to lure their victims into this horrendous situation. We'll be looking at how the victims cope, how it impacts not only the victims, but their families, friends, and all of our communities. We'll also look at ways to prevent human trafficking, to prevent this from happening to even our own children. So please join me on the next post focused on human trafficking. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get the alert as soon as the next post comes out. And in the meantime, please stay safe and take care. I look forward to seeing you at my next post.